A decent view, wouldn't you say? So I climbed a mountain and there was a temple thing here with a lookout view, another one, and this one. Decent view, I would say. Yeah, so this week started with me being off school on Monday because there was some kind of Japanese holiday, and of course I don't say no to that, so which I can't anyway, but yeah, that was nice. The rest of the school week was was short because Friday we had this school trip which I had once per term. Last time we went to Botanical Garden. This time we went to this place in Kiyage where we made yatsuhashi, some kind of Japanese kind of doughy treat with like jam or chocolate or stuff inside, like a triangle doughy thing. To me, like these Asian doughy things are kind of weird because to me this kind of stuff should like go in the oven after you make it and then it turns into bread or cake bread or whatever you call that. Here it's just supposed to be that doughy and stuff. It's okay. But yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when we actually studied, we got the two midterm tests back from last week, and I have to say they went pretty well. The first I got the reading comprehension back, and I got 82 out of 100, which is 41 out of 50. And that's entirely decent. I'm okay with over 80 at least. Yeah, I kind of want a little more, and a couple of especially one on the test that kind of annoyed me a bit because it was the one where within 15 characters or less, or within 15 characters, find a place where the person says watashi without saying it. And what I put worked. It was saying watashi without saying it, because if it's not talking about me, then who the hell is it talking about? And I said that to the teacher too, but the actual answer was another one. And the actual answer was logical. I didn't have a problem with the answer, but mine could also have been correct. That's why I felt that I should have gotten half the points withdrawn instead of all of them. But I can still accept it. The listening comprehension actually went better than expected. I got 91 out of 100. And the errors were just, I don't remember them right now. But 91 out of 100, that's fine. I have no problems with that at all. I'm actually happy about it because it's 90, so that's very good. And that, like last time, that was with reading. But anyway, it was the midterm test that I did pretty poorly on. I got, 70 something, I think, or was it even like 60? No, I think it was 70 something, which was like below that what I would hope to get, and that held my actual the finals. Then I got like 46 out of 50, which was great. But then because of the midterm one, that held the grade back to I guess was because like B plus S equals A. So I could have gotten an S if I didn't make that mistake that I did that time. But whatever. I'm not bitter. We didn't get the achievement test results back, unfortunately. I think we'll get them now on Monday instead. That one I'm just hoping for over 80. I think 70 could be in order. I mean, could be happening. But I don't think any lower than that, because I didn't do that bad. I didn't feel that bad. But I did make several mistakes, and there are several ones that I'm not sure if this is correct or not. So hopefully that will be good. Yesterday I went to Sonobe, which is where a certain Shigeru Miyamoto was born and raised. I think it just says on Wikipedia. It just says he's from Sonobe, which it was a little town. Was like 40 kilometers from Kyoto by train. It had a public library that looked like a temple, looked kind of like a miniature of Osaka Castle. Very nice. It was snowing, so it was not the best weather. Pretty windy and a little snow. So I wanted to find basically a forest to walk around in, because that's what little Shigeru Miyamoto used to do when he was a kid, which led to the inspiration for making Legend of Zelda, as we've all heard the story. But then I realized, actually, because Japan, it's kind of hard to find forests, and I mean, like you see in the background, there's trees, a lot of trees, but the problem is that they're all on mountains. And also, if you look at the view, all the flat ground is taken up by the city. All the trees you see, pretty much, except for the whole Emperor's area and a few other spots, is just the mountains. So whenever you do find a forest, the ground is like this steep. So I had to actually climb a mini mountain to get up to a place where it was actually flat. And then I didn't find any caves, so I couldn't go into any dungeons. I didn't find any treasure either. But I did find like a small pond that I have no idea if I was even close to the area where Miyamoto actually grew up. But if this was like in the area, then that could have been like Hylia as far as he was concerned. That was pretty cool, even though I don't like ponds too much personally because they're very grimy and dark, and like I just shudder at the idea of falling into one pretty much, because it just feels like the Lord of the Rings with the dead marshes. Like if I go into those, I'll be sucked down to the bottom by some ghosts and live there for all eternity. And then today I went here because I don't like to film at home, and the problem is though I don't know any good places I can just go out and be sure that I can be alone, because I really like to do this also without anyone seeing or hearing me, which is usually not a possibility. Right now I'm just lucky because there aren't anyone. Now there are actually people coming, so yeah. I bought one game this week, and this is it. I'm going to show it to you now. I just forgot to bring it with me. That game is Umihara Kawase. I've been looking for this game for a while, even though I barely ever played it. I actually found it boxed because I was just looking at Yahoo Auctions, and because I found a Rockman Mega World in Osaka for 11,800 cartridge only, which is not that far from the one I was going to buy outside of Yokohama when it got picked up by some asshole. So it's like 2,000 yen more, which is still within the realms of reason. So I'm thinking like, okay, I'm going to go get that one. But first I'm going to look on Yahoo Auctions to see if there's any alternatives. And I have found one that's 6,800 that I might get if it doesn't disappear. But I'll wait to get student loans paid out for this month first. But then I just went to look for the other two games that I'm currently looking for, that I want the most pretty much. And the first is Umihara Kawase, and the other one is Kaiketsu Yanshamaru 3 for Famicom. And Umihara Kawase just showed up with one copy for 5,000 yen, no bids, and 2 minutes left. So I just figured now's the time to snag it, not shag it, but snag it. And it happened to be boxed also. I didn't bring the box with me up here to this mountain, but I do have the cartridge. It's Umihara Kawase. It's in good condition. Everything. Cool thing about this game is that it's I wouldn't say a puzzle platform, but the puzzle comes in to controlling the fishing line thing you have that you can hang off and swing from, with some pretty great physics for the Super Famicom, I have to say. Although it will take some time getting used to. I tried it for like 10 minutes and I got frustrated quite a bit. The enemies, you can't kill them by just attacking them. You have to like reel them in first, and I don't know how to do that exactly. And if you like miss, it's one-hit kills. So you do have like 9 lives, but one-hit kills are never fun in my book. But it does. I will not get too frustrated too soon, because it seems like one of those games I have to get used to first. So another week. Tomorrow I will go to the hospital, see if I can get a booking for a new blood test, because it's about that time again, to see if I can stay in Japan for another 3 months, or if I got cancer again, which I don't think I've gotten, of course, but so I have to mentally prepare for that again. Like last time I was like, oh, I've been there 3 months now, but I'm just getting started. But now I've been here for almost 5 months, I guess. But it's getting to be 6 months. It's getting to be half the time. And while I definitely do want to stay the other half, just to tell myself mentally, I guess, if I get to be called back home now, at least I will have the feeling that I've, experienced quite a bit in this time already. But of course I want to do the rest too. So yeah. See you next Tecmo week.